What I hear when I'm being yelled at is people caring loudly at me.
As planners, we must be aware that the decisions we make impact the everyday lives of community members. Democracy is about government by the people and for the people, and so planning in a democratic society needs to be geared towards the public good. Through community engagement, planners can work collaboratively with community groups to address issues that impact the well-being of those groups.
Sherry Arnstein's ladder of citizen participation is a helpful framework for analyzing different forms of public involvement. The ladder of citizen participation is divided into 8 rungs, ranging from forms of non-participation at the bottom to forms of high-quality participation at the top. Non-participation is characterized by city officials attempting to change or cure citizens. This is usually nothing more than a thinly veiled attempt at good publicity. Degrees of tokenism is characterized by exchange of information. Information can be one-directional, with city officials simply informing the public, or bi-directional, with city officials being open to receiving feedback. Finally, degrees of citizen power consists of decision-making power being restored to the public. In the top rung of the ladder, citizens have complete control over the funding and organization of programs in their community. Of course, this model has its limitations. The citizenry is not a monolith, and there are power dynamics within citizen groups. However, the ladder of participation is a helpful tool that planners can use to challenge themselves, to strive for higher levels of participation.
No, you promised!
You promised? That's not fair.
Wait, it's not a question of fairness, it's
I'm
separation.
going back to Russia, Kami.
Hey, you go back to Russia! And you go back to wherever you came from!
My dog went to one of your parks and ate another dog's feces, and I am going to sue you for that.
Right, if you live in this community and you pay taxes, come out and vote, decide how your tax dollars get spent.
Participatory budgeting gives people real power over real money to make the decisions that affect their lives. It's a democratic process in which ordinary community members directly decide how to spend part of the public budget.
In Vallejo, we put aside a portion of our budget to allow Vallejo residents to propose ideas and vote on those ideas, and then City Council actually gets to approve those ideas. So we're actually in our 4th cycle of PB. When PB was first established, it was established by our City Council. It's funded by Measure B, which is a sales tax. It's a 1% sales tax that lasts for 10 years, so it expires in 2022.
This is my first year getting involved with PB. I was actually involved with a nonprofit that was submitting some ideas, and while it didn't qualify, I decided on its own merits, I decided to stick with the PB and go through the process. So next year, when we submit a project, it has a possibility of being successful. The thing I like about PB the most is meeting different people, seeing different ideas. What it does basically is you may have an idea and have your own perceptions of it, but when you listen to other people, you're like, wow, I never thought of it that way. So it gives you a different perspective on things out there that are important to people.
You can't fake community work.
Yeah.
I guess that's the point. If you don't plan it, it's not going to happen. Because community sees very quickly through fake processes that are only token. And then I will contrast that, what we've done, with what happened 10 years ago on the airport corridor redevelopment. They had the city spend a lot of money, plan this process out called the airport corridor redevelopment. You talk community meetings, you're talking, plans of like 200 pages, 5 people would show up. Why? Because it was led by the city. It was led by the city from the top down. It didn't really engage community. It didn't plan for community engagement. And then they got pissed off that when community didn't show up. So you really need to plan for this. Be prepared for the obstacles and the challenges, and then be able to kind of move on from that. But you can't fake it. Community sees right through that.
PB remains a very challenging process, and there's still a long way to go to fully achieve transparency, inclusiveness, and empowerment. Issues include the low turnout of budget delegates, their overwhelming workload, personal interests, and lack of communication with residents. So watch out, future planners. It is your task to improve PB because it's already spreading throughout the world.
And they let the people decide.